thank you, and thank you to the Minister been here with us today. Minister Noonan, thank you. It's great to see and hear about the numbers actually when it comes to housing, and in the presentation that was given, where we're seeing nearly 30,000 homes delivered here in 2022, and of course the targets for housing for all. Minister, we see this even in my own hometown of Ballinasloe. We've over 70 units there that are going to become on stream. These are homes for families in our town, and it's absolutely crucial. And this again was a turnkey development. Again, it was funding that was provided to local authorities to purchase a turnkey development in the town of Ballinasloe. Those allocations are actually happening now through Galway County Council. You know, we look forward to, please God, families been in those homes before Christmas. But it's been absolutely crucial, that funding to local authorities to support that build. But also, I suppose, some of the things and the questions that I might raise around this is that we've seen also very positively the income threshold rise. For the likes of County Galway, for example, that income threshold rose by 40%. That now is 35,000, where previously it was 25. It's a 5,000 increase and then another 5,000 after that, which is really crucial, very important. We also saw an increase in County Roscommon to 30,000. These are the different bands of different counties. The question I have, Minister, is around the HAP, what would be the housing assistance payment rates. County Roscommon would fall into one of the lower bands. I would really like to ask that Minister O'Brien and the department would look specifically at these lower band rates. Now, Monksland, which is outside of Athlone, in the town or city of Athlone, is in County Roscommon. They are competing in an extremely urban area, the most urban area, I would say, outside of Ballinasloe and Roscommon town, in terms of housing assistance payment rates through the local authority. And yet County Westmeath, on the other side, has a higher level of HAP. We see this sometimes around county boundaries, but specifically when you're in a city area, a town, a large town area, there's a lot of pressures there, and this causes a lot of challenges for local authorities and for supporting families that then have to pay that difference and top up. So that would be my one question around HAP, to look at those lower levels, or in some way, how do we look at areas that are within a city or large town boundary where there's real urban pressures on prices and rental prices. It's great, of course, to see the first homes. I know that sort of leveraging like sort of shared equity, you know, which is a fantastic initiative, and obviously the help to buy. This is all wonderful to see. My real interest, of course, is along the Creek Cunaha, the vacant home scheme. We have the largest number of applications, from what I understand a number of months ago. I'm open to correction on that, but in County Galway, we have one of the largest, as far as I'm aware, applications for the Creek Cunaha vacant home scheme. And of course, our county is the second largest county in the country, so of course that would make it very reasonable to see that. The challenges there, however, though, are inspectors to come out and investigate properties. We're seeing time lags. And the local authorities, I suppose, in this instance, have seen a huge demand. So we're seeing the demand coming. But what we are not seeing is the ability and capacity, or perhaps resources. I honestly would like to know how we will resolve this, because what's happening is that there's delays coming into the system. So these people are applying for the Creek Cunaha up to 50,000 or 70,000, of course, if derelict. But how they pay all of this out, of course, in the first instance, the works have to get done, and there's a certain time period of when the works have to be done, and then for the inspectors to come out. It's just there is a time lag on this. We're seeing this specifically in County Galway for people who are applying to this programme. I want to see more and more people applying for this. I want to see this be a huge success, because it is something that's driven by our government. But I just see the challenges just around the administrative processes that are required, of course, the diligence and the processing around this. And of course, is there any possibility of looking at this programme, if there's a chance of a review, of any sort of staged funding around this for Creek Cunaha? If certain amounts of works are done, you know, if €10,000 worth of work is done, is there any way of looking at how stage payments might be processed to support young people or people like this who are trying to manage with a mortgage, also planning on using this fund, but the funds themselves won't be available, obviously, till the end of works when works are complete? Is there a way of working with credit unions, for example, around this? I know this is something that we've spoken about before, Minister, but just something that perhaps that might be taken into account for a view of this programme. Again, I think that is, I suppose overall, I'll probably think of 10 other things when I sit down, but just to say thank you so much, and thanks for the update and the time. Thank you.